Welcome to the Minute of Terror channel. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment where you are watching this video from. My name is Volder. For 12 years, I've been driving a red Volvo FH along Highway 158, running from Texas into Louisiana. Anyone who knows that road understands that after midnight, it gets so empty, it feels like the world ended and nobody told me. It's as if the woods swallowed everything, leaving only the growl of the engine and the headlights cutting through the dark. It was a Thursday dawn, moonless sky, pure black swallowing the pavement. I was hauling grain toward Shreveport, cab soaked with the smell of reheated coffee and cheap cigarettes. My only company was an AM radio spitting out old country songs. At 3:14, the music died suddenly. It didn't fade, it was cut off mid-chorus like someone yanked the plug from the transmitter. Only static remained, thick and harsh like a metallic roar. I smacked the radio, spun the dial across every frequency. Nothing but white noise. I decided to leave it because sometimes silence is better than mattress ads. But suddenly the static vanished. What remained was an open-line silence, the kind that makes your skin crawl because you feel someone breathing on the other end. A voice came, low, tired, as if the man spoke with his mouth pressed against the mic testing. Anybody listening at this hour? It was a trucker's voice, hoarse, dragged out, heavy with miles. I answered in my head, no, I don't want to talk, but I stayed quiet. The voice continued. Careful up ahead, brother. The night is heavy tonight. Cold ran down my neck. It wasn't a police warning, wasn't CB chatter. It was intimate talk, like he was sitting beside me. Red Volvo, FH 2012, plate ends in 47. Nice rig, Hub Volder. My foot lifted off the accelerator by itself. How did he know my name? How did he know the plate? I looked around. Total darkness. No headlights behind, none ahead. Just me and the asphalt. The voice sighed long, sad. I had a red one too, before the curve at mile 218. I knew that mile. Sharp curve, steep downhill, shoulder that disappears. Many colleagues had wrecked there. The voice went on. You're looking at my photo on the dash, right? My wife and my two girls. They take after their mom. Beautiful, aren't they? I turned fast. The photo of my wife and daughters was taped there. No one could see it from that angle unless they were inside the cab. My hands sweated cold on the wheel. I muttered, "Stop messing around, bastard," but my voice shook. He laughed, dry, humorless. Not messing, Volder. I crashed there 7 years ago. Trailer flipped, cab crushed. I was trapped 3 days before dying. Nobody found me in time. Since then I stay here. Try to warn whoever comes heavy. The radio hissed hard, like it hurt him to speak. After the next hump, there's a hole that swallowed half the road. Rain carved it yesterday. If you hit it in fifth with that load, not even your ID will remain. I was already on the downhill. Speedometer read 88. I hit the engine brake hard, the truck groaned all over. Slow more, Volder. Now, I obeyed without thinking. Dropped to fourth, then third, revs climbed, the cargo shook. High beams lit the hump, and then nothing. A black gap where the pavement had been torn away. If I had kept speed, I would have plunged straight in. I stopped 30 yards before the hole, heart in my throat, hazard lights flashing. The radio went mute for seconds. Then the voice returned, lower, almost a whisper. Thanks for listening. Most shut it off and think it's a prank. You gave me more years with your girls. Static came back for a moment, and suddenly the old country music blasted again, like nothing had happened. I stayed there minutes, staring at the hole, wondering if it was real or just exhaustion. I turned on the My name is Gil. I run I-40 between Amarillo and Albuquerque every week. Same cracked asphalt, same dead grass, same sun that wants to cook you alive. That day, the AC in my Freightliner had been dead for a week. Windows down, hot wind slapping my face, sweat running down my neck, soaking my shirt. All I could think about was getting to Gallup, dropping the tractor parts, and passing out. The highway was dead empty. Not a single car, Not another rig. Just me, the rumble of the engine and the asphalt shimmering in the heat. When you run the same route long enough, your brain goes on autopilot. You look, but you don't really see. Anything out of place hits you like a gunshot. That's what happened. Way up ahead on the right shoulder, a silver glint that didn't belong. First, I thought it was abandoned scrap. Then the sun flashed off twisted metal. I let off the gas without thinking. The closer I got, the clearer it became. Silver sedan, totaled. Front end crushed flat. Hood folded up like a crushed beer can. Windshield spiderwebbed white. Pieces of headlight and bumper scattered across the pavement. The smell hit me before I even slowed down. Burned rubber, melted plastic, the smell every trucker knows and hates. Fresh wreck, real fresh. My heart was already doing the routine. Stop, hazards, help, call it in. That's the code. You don't think twice. Foot coming off the pedal completely, hand reaching for the four-ways, brain already counting the hours I was about to lose. That's when I saw him, standing next to the open driver door. A guy, average height, navy polo tucked in, jeans, clean sneakers. Not a scratch I could see. No blood. Hair perfect. He was just standing there. Hands in pockets, weight on one leg, staring down the road like he was waiting for Uber. The rig was almost stopped. My headlights washed over him. He turned his head slow, calm, way too calm. Looked straight at me. Smiled. Big, open, easy smile. Perfect teeth. Raised his right hand slow. Gave me a perfect thumbs up, then opened his palm toward me. Keep rolling, I'm good. I froze. Foot still on the brake, truck crawling. Something was way off. The car was scrap metal, but the guy looked like he just parked to take a piss. My brain fired 1,000 excuses in 2 seconds. Ejected through the windshield and landed on his feet. Already called a tow, in shock, whatever. The smile was so convincing, the gesture so sure that my brain bought it. Plus, stopping meant delay, cops, paperwork, hours under that furnace sun. The coward in me wanted to believe him. I nodded, almost apologizing. Hit the gas again. In a mirror, I saw him still standing. Arm up, thumbs up frozen, smile frozen. Try to shake it off. Cranked the radio, sang along to whatever was playing, chugged the last warm water. But the picture wouldn't leave. The farther I drove, the wronger it felt. Who stands there grinning next to a car that looks chewed up by a monster? Try to laugh it off. Told myself the guy was crazy, lucky as hell, anything. Worked for about 50 miles. Then the blue lights flashing up ahead. State trooper checkpoint. Pulled over. Trooper walked up, sunburned face, clipboard in hand. Afternoon, driver. Documents. Handed them over on autopilot. While he checked, his shoulder mic crackled loud. ME's crew on scene. Body still belted in. Still no head located. Repeat, head has not been located. I went stiff. Voice came out before I could stop it. Trooper, that silver sedan back there, maybe 60 miles, bad wreck. He looked up from the clipboard. Eyes wide. You went past it? Right when it happened. Guy was standing by the car. Navy polo. Waved me on. Gave me thumbs up. Smiling. The trooper went pale. Clipboard dropped a little. He glanced at his partner, then back at me like I just spoke Martian. Driver, that's impossible. How impossible? I saw him. Waved at me, smiling. He took a slow breath, voice low, almost sorry. Driver was decapitated on impact. Body still belted inside. No head. Head's gone. We can't find it anywhere. And get this, no footprints around the vehicle. No sign anyone got out. The world stopped spinning. Heat vanished. Road noise vanished. Just cold, empty space in my chest. He handed my papers back without another word. I rolled out of there on autopilot, hands shaking on the wheel, eyes glued to the mirrors like the guy might show up behind me. Then the image slammed back. Full. No filter. No mercy. Guy standing. Arm raised. Thumbs up. Wasn't a thumbs up. It was a hand holding something round, shoulder height. Something swaying slightly in the hot wind. Something with neat hair, pale skin, open eyes. Something smiling with teeth too white because the face muscles locked in the scream. He wasn't telling me I'm good. He was showing me what was left of him. begging me to look, and I looked away. The scream stuck in my throat, turned into a knot that won't go down. Almost stopped the rig dead on the interstate. Hands shaking so bad, I could barely hold the wheel. To this day, when I see a wreck, I stop. I get out. I pray, because if I ever have to see that horror again, let me whole. I'd rather have the truth cut me in half than my own brain lying to keep me sane. Because I know what I saw. I saw a man with no head waving with his own head, and he was smiling.